Hello students, welcome you all. So today we are going to discuss about Introduction to Trigonometry chapter 8. So first let's see what is trigonometry. Trigonometry is a word derived from some Greek words. What are the Greek words? The first one is tri. Tri means 3. Gono means side, and metrio means that means measurement. So three side measurement, that means here we will deal with three side means basically triangle, and here basically we are going to deal with right angle triangle and their measurement. Right angle triangle and their measurements of side with respect to the angles. So this is what in this chapter we are going to deal with in trigonometry. So here comes a question: who invented trigonometry? The earliest known use of trigonometry was basically from Egypt and Babylon. So they are the people who are using trigonometry. And also in the earliest science, the astrologers who were measuring the distance between the stars, the distance between Earth and Sun with the help of trigonometry. Even today, one of the some of the complex measurements regarding to space and many other fields, trigonometry is widely used. So let's move into the chapter and see what is there in this chapter. So first we will start with some basic ratio of trigonometry. So before going to basic ratio, we will see a right angle triangle. Here you can see in this figure, right angle triangle, triangle A, B, C. Here we will consider one angle. So suppose angle A. Sorry. Now, can you say which side will be the opposites of angle A? Opposite of angle A is very simple. It's BC. So side opposite to angle A is BC. Side adjacent to angle A. Side adjacent to angle A will be AB. You can say, sir, AC is also the adjacent side. But yes, it is adjacent. But it is the hypotenuse in this case, as it is a right angle triangle. So AC will be the hypotenuse. AB will be the side adjacent of angle A. And BC will be the side opposite of angle A. Now we consider angle A. You can also consider angle C. Now, if we will consider angle C, then which side will be the opposite of angle C? Opposite of angle C will be AB. Similarly, adjacent of angle C, adjacent of angle C will be this BC, and hypotenuse will remain the same. Okay. Now we will move into the some ratios that are completely new for you. Okay. So let's see some trigonometric ratio. Okay. See, first we will consider about sine of angle A. Well, sine of angle A. What is sine? Sine is a trigonometric term. So sine of angle A will be side opposite of angle A. Now look at the figure. Angle A you can see. You say side opposite of angle A will be, side opposite of angle A is in this case BC. So we'll write BC. Then divided by hypotenuse. Now look at the figure. Who is the hypotenuse? In this case hypotenuse is AC. So BC by AC. Okay. Sine of angle A, we in short call it, one second. Okay, yes. So sine of angle A, we in short call it sine, sin, sine A. So sine A is same as sine of angle A. So it is BC by AC. We will draw the figure here again. A, B, C. This is the hypotenuse, this is the base, and this is the perpendicular. Now you say BC by AC. So here which BC? BC is P, that means perpendicular, divided by AC. AC is H for this. Well, now we will move to cosine of angle A. Who is cosine? Cosine, you can see, cosine means side of angle, side adjacent of angle A. So we are considering of angle A, cosine of angle A. So cosine of angle A will be equal to side adjacent of angle A. Now you will look at angle A. Side adjacent of angle A is AB. Now we will write AB divided by hypotenuse is AC. So AB by AC, or in short you can say B by H. Okay. Now tangent of angle A. So this is another trigonometric ratio. Tangent of angle A. Tangent of angle A will be side opposite of angle A divided side adjacent of angle A. So side opposite of angle A is BC. We have written BC divided by side adjacent of angle A is AB. AB is here. Now it will be equal to P by B. P by B. Similarly, cosecant, another trigonometric ratio. Cosecant of angle A is equal to 1 by sine of A. So there is a relation between sine and cosecant. Okay, 1 by sine of A, which will be equal to, that means you can see sine of A. Look at sine of A, side opposite of angle A divided by hypotenuse. Now 1 by sine of A, 1 by sine of A will be equal to, you can reverse this, that means hypotenuse divided by side opposite of angle A. That is what we have written, hypotenuse divided by side opposite of angle A, that is AC by BC. Now look at the figure. Who is AC? AC is equal to your H divided by BC is P. So H by P. Now secant. Okay, we'll move to secant. Secant of angle A. Secant is, there is a relation between cosine and secant. Okay, so 1 by cosine of A. Now look at the here in this to cosine, side adjacent to angle A divided by hypotenuse. So secant will be, secant of angle will be opposite of this, that means hypotenuse divided by side adjacent of angle A, as it is 1 by cosine of A. So hypotenuse divided by side adjacent of angle A, that is equal to AC by AB. Now look at the figure. Who is AC? AC by equal to H. H by AB is your B. Okay, put in bracket. Now we will move to cotangent. Cotangent has the relation with tangent. Tangent, cotangent. Okay. So tangent was side opposite of angle A divided by side adjacent of angle A. Now cotangent will be opposite. That means 1 by tangent of angle A. That means the side adjacent of angle A will be to move to the numerator, and side opposite of angle A will move to the denominator. That is what we have written. So side opposite of angle A, you can see we have side opposite of angle A in the denominator. In the numerator is side adjacent of angle A. Side adjacent of angle A. So here we have written that will be AB by BC, which is equal to, you can look at the figure, AB is your B divided by P. Okay. Now, so here we have told sine of angle A can be written as sine A, cosine of angle A can be written as cos, cos, cos A. Okay, this is the short form. Tangent of angle A, we can write it tan A. This is the short form, tan A. Cosecant of angle A, we can write cosec, C-O-S-E-C, cosec A. So these are the short form that I am writing. Secant of angle A, we can write SEC, sec, sec A. Cotangent, similarly we can write cot, C-O-T. cot A. So you can say sin A equal to side opposite of angle A divided by hypotenuse, or you can in short you can write sin A equal to P by H, cos A equal to B by H, that means side adjusted of angle A divided by hypotenuse, tan A equal to P by B, cosec A equal to H by P, sec A equal to H by B, and cot A equal to B by P. Okay. So these are some formula, and another formula are these. Cosec A equal to 1 by sin A, this one. Sec A equal to 1 by cos A, and cot A equal to 1 by tan A. Okay. So three formula, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This we have to remember total, and this one 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 6, 3, 9. 9 formula you have to remember. Now we will move to the next part. Let's see what is next. Okay, another formula, yes. Now we just look at it. Okay, you will see it here. You see here, tan A equal to, you can see where is tan? Tan A equal to BC by AB. Okay, tan A equal to BC by AB. So we can write BC by AB. We can write BC by AB as BC by AC divided by AB by AC. That means now you see BC by AC. Okay, I will draw the figure here for you. Okay, A, B, C. Okay, now BC by AC, you say BC, this BC by AC, that means perpendicular by height, P by H, sorry, height, hypotenuse, P by H is your, if you remember, sin A divided by AB by AC, you remember AB by AC, that was cos A. Okay, so you can write here, cos A. So you can write this was sin A by cos A is equal to tan A. So you can write tan A equal to here sin A by cos A, and cot A equal to cos A by sin A. So this is another formula. Tan A, this one, tan A equal to sin A by cos A, and cot A equal to cos A by sin A. Similarly, we can find cot A equal to cos A by sin A. So another two formula, please remember it. Now, okay, these are the called trigonometric ratio. Okay. Okay, you want another thing is here. The value of the trigonometric ratio of an angle do not vary with length of the side of the triangle if the angle remains the same. The value of the trigonometric ratio of an angle do not vary with the length of the side. So trigonometric value will never vary with the length of the side if the angle remains the same. Suppose we will draw a triangle. Okay. Now name it, say suppose A, B, C. Okay. Now we will further move it here. AB will be moved towards, say suppose M. Now you take another point, say suppose M. Now draw a perpendicular like this, and you will get, and also extend AC to, say suppose N. Okay. Now you see in triangle ABC, triangle ABC and triangle AMN and triangle AMN, in between these two triangles, angle A is equal to angle A, that is common. Angle AM equal to angle B, that is 90 degree. Therefore these two triangles must be similar. You can write triangle ABC is similar to triangle AMN. Therefore their respective or their corresponding sides will be in same ratio, isn't it? Therefore you can write BC by AB. Suppose BC by AB will be equal to what? NM by AM, NM by AM, this much. BC by AB equal to NM by AM. Now you see what is BC by AB? BC by AB, if you remember, this angle is A. You remember tan A. Tan A was equal to P by B. That means side opposite to of angle A divided by adjacent of angle A. But whatever way you remember, so it will be equal to BC tan A equal to BC by AB. Similarly for triangle NMA, tan A will be equal to what? NM divided by AM. NM divided by AM. Here you see tan A equal to BC by AB and tan A equal to NM by AM. And here we have found from the similarity of a triangle BC by AB equal to NM by AM. So here you see BC by AB, here it is equal to NM by AM, equal to NM by AM. Therefore tan A is same for both the case. That means angle is same, tan A is same. So length of the side does not make any impact on the value of the trigonometric ratio. Okay. So this is why it has been told the value of the trigonometric ratio of an angle do not vary with the length of the sides of a triangle if the angles remains the same. In that case we had in that case angle A was remained same and we had just extended the sides here MN. In this case you can further extend this side like this, okay, and you can find, say, suppose PQ. Similarly you can find AQ divided by here PQ divided by AQ will also be same, isn't it? So the value of the trigonometric ratio of an angle do not vary with the length of the side of the triangle if the angle remains the same. Whatever you touch like this. Now we'll move to some examples. Okay, we'll try some examples. There your concept will be clear. Okay. Example 3. Consider triangle ACB. Consider triangle ACB. Right angle at C. Here you can see right angle at C, in which AB equal to 29. AB is the hypotenuse, that is 29. BC equal to 21. You can see BC is 21. Angle ABC is the theta. This is called theta. Okay, theta. So angle ABC equal to theta. Determine the value of cos square theta plus sin square theta. Cos square theta plus sin square theta. Well, first here what we will do? First we will find the lengths. We have BC, we have AB. Can we find AC? As it is told that it is a right angle triangle. ACB is a right angle triangle. Right angle at C. Now we can find length of AC. So length of AC will be root over of AB square minus BC square. AB square minus B square. So root over of 29 square minus 21 square. And after calculation we found 20. Oh, AC equal to 20. Clear it? So this is a 20 unit. Similarly 21 unit is BC and AB is 29 unit. Now what we have to find? Cos square theta plus sin square theta. Achha, before finding to cos square theta, we can find first cos theta and sin theta. Okay. So if you can remember what was sin theta? Sin theta you remember angle opposite to this theta divided by angle opposite to theta. Look at theta. Theta is here. Sin theta will be angle opposite of theta, that is side opposite of theta, that is SC, divided by side hypotenuse AB. So AC by AB. Now AC by AB equal to 20 by 29. Similarly, cos theta. Cos theta is side adjacent of theta. That means adjacent of the angle. Who is that? BC, divided by AB. Who is AB? AB is the hypotenuse. That will be equal to 21 by 29. 21 by 29. Now we will square on both sides. That means you can find sin square and cos square theta. Sin theta square is same as sin square theta. Okay, so sin square theta or sin cos square theta will find both them. Sin square theta will be only, it can square here AC square by BC square, and here it will be 20 by 29 square. So here we will directly write sin square theta plus cos square theta, that will be equal to 20 by 29 square plus 21 by 29 square. Then you find the squares. 20 square is 400, 21 square is 441 divided by 29 square. Now if you add them, 400 plus 441, it will be 841, then it will cancel and it will be equal to 1. Now we found that cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. It will be a formula for you, okay? Sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1 is a formula. This is what you have to remember. I think in the next exercise you can find it, but for this exercise it is just an example for you, okay? Now again we have to find cos square theta minus sin square theta. Similarly we will find cos square theta and sin square theta. Similarly means, one second, here you can see, similarly means first you have sin theta and you have cos theta. Now cos square theta minus sin square theta, right? Cos theta, cos square theta. Cos square theta will be 21 by 29, 21 by 29 square minus sin square theta. We had identified sin theta 20 by 29. Now 20 by 29 square. Yes, sin square theta is there. Now square on LHS and RHS, that it will be yes, it will be 21. Here after calculation you will find 41 by 840. So this is the answer for cos square theta minus sin square theta. Okay, another example, try this example. Example 4. In a right angle triangle ABC, right angle let B, if tan A equal to 1, then verify that 2 into sin A into cos A equal to 1. Okay, very nice question. Look at the figure. Very easy question also. A right angle triangle is there. Right angle let B. If tan A equal to 1, tan A, this angle. So tan A equal to 1, it is saying, implies, you remember please, tan A was what? P by B. That means P was side opposite to angle A. Who is side opposite to angle A? BC. That means you can write BC by side adjacent to it divided by AB. Okay, you remember the ratios, okay? Sin A, tan A, sin A, cos A, tan A, cot A, and sec A, cos A. So BC by AB is equal to 1, implies BC is equal to AB. So what we found? BC, AB. These two sides are same. Okay. Now what we have to verify? 2 into sin A into cos A equal to 1. Okay. Okay. So here we have AB equal to BC. We will assume let AB equal to BC equal to K. Okay. Now K will be a positive number definitely, because length is always positive. Therefore we need the length of AC. So AC will be equal to root over of AB square plus BC square. AB was we had assumed as K, BC also assumed as K, because both are same. So K square plus K square root over equal to 2K square root over equal to root 2 K. So we get root 2 K or K root 2, we can write. K root 2 is the length of AC, and length of AB we had assumed as K, length of BC was K, now AC is root 2 K or K root 2. Okay. Now what we have to find? we have to find, what is that? Yes, 2 into sin A into cos A. Now 2 into sin A into cos A equal to 2 into sin A means, now look at A, sin A you remember equal to side opposite of angle A, that means BC by the hypotenuse AB, hypotenuse AC here, AC into cos A was side adjacent of angle A, that means AB by hypotenuse AC equal to 2 into BC. What is the length of BC? You look at the figure. BC was, we had assumed as K, AB also K, this was root 2K. So BC is K by root 2K. AC was root 2K into AB was K divided by root 2K. Now K cancel, here also K cancel. Now what remains? 2 into, okay, it will remain here 2 in the numerator, there will be 2 divided by root 2 into root 2 will be 2, that means 2 by 2 is equal to 1. So we got this 2 into sin A into cos A equal to 1. Okay. Okay, in this way we can solve example 4. Okay, any other example? Okay, one example that will and we'll discuss it and we'll conclude. Here in triangle OPQ, in this figure, right angle at P is the right angle, OP equal to 7, here you can see OP is 7, OQ minus PQ, OQ, where is OQ? OQ, okay, OQ minus PQ, okay. OQ minus PQ equal to 1 cm, very good. Determine the value of sin Q and cos Q. So this sin Q and cos Q. Well, here you can see we have the length of OP, isn't it? Now in this triangle we have, as it is a right angle triangle, OQ square, look at the figure, OQ means this is the hypotenuse. So OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square, that means A square equal to P square plus B square, na? So OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square, OP square plus PQ square. Now you see it is given here OQ minus PQ equal to 1. So that implies that OQ will be equal to 1 plus PQ, na? Isn't it? It was given that OQ minus PQ equal to 1. Therefore, we have written this. OQ will be equal to 1 plus PQ. Now instead of OQ, we can write 1 plus OQ square is there. Therefore, 1 plus PQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square. RHS is same as it is. Now you use the A plus B whole square. So 1 square is 1, PQ square is PQ square. 2 into PQ, 2 into A into B. Okay, equal to here as it is OP square plus PQ square. Now look at it. PQ square and PQ square will be cancelled. Okay. Now 1 plus 2 PQ equal to 7 square. Okay. Very nice. So 2 PQ equal to 7 square. Okay, we'll calculate it. So 2 PQ equal to 7 square is 49. 49 plus 1 minus 1. 49 minus 1 equal to 48. Implies that PQ equal to 48 divided by 2, which is equal to 24. So we got the length of PQ equal to 24. Okay. Now where is PQ in the figure? PQ is here. This is 24. Now we had OQ equal to 1 plus PQ, or you can use this. We got PQ equal to 24. Na? You can use this in this formula or in this statement. OQ minus PQ equal to 1 implies you put the value of PQ. OQ minus 24 equal to 1 implies OQ equal to 1 plus 24 equal to 25. So we got the value of OQ also, and what is that? OQ we got equal to 25. Now we have got the value of PQ, we have got the value of OQ. Now what we will find, we will write it here. OQ is 25 cm and OP is 24 cm. What we have to find? You have to find sine, value of sine Q and cos Q. Now look at it. Q is here, sine Q equal to this OP divided by hypotenuse 25. OP is 7 by 25. Similarly cos Q equal to B by H, if you remember, or side adjacent to of angle Q divided by hypotenuse, so 24 by 25. So in this way we can find. So again, you please remember the formulas: sin A, cos A, cot A. Sin A equal to 1 by cosec. Cosec A. Cos A equal to 1 by sec A. Sec A, and cot A equal to 1 by tan A. And the opposite also. That means cosec A equal to 1 by sin A. Similarly, sec A equal to 1 by your cos A, and cot A equal to 1 by tan A. Okay. So these are complementary. Okay. So again, another formula was sin theta or sin A, you can say. Sin A equal to P by H, cos A equal to B by H, cot A equal to P by B. फर्स्ट पहले tan लिखते हैं ना, then it will be B by P and tan A equal to P by B. sec A इधर लिखेंगे, sec A equal to H by B, cosec A equal to H by P. Okay, you don't need to remember this and this. Okay, you just remember sin A, cos A and tan A, and after that you know sin A equal to 1 by cosec A. Here I have written cos A equal to 1 by sec A and tan A equal to 1 by cot A, or cot A equal to 1 by tan A, whatever you can write. So you need to remember only 3: sin, cos, tan or cot. Okay, so this is for this exercise, this introduction of trigonometry. Then in the next chapter we will discuss about exercise 8.1. okay, thank you.